Does the government work for us or do we work for the government? The Department of Justice knew about the sale of military-grade weapons to violent Mexican drug gangs. And 2 of the guns were used to murder a federal agent. Tonight, Fast and Furious, and the government again breaking the law. Fast and Furious is the name of an experiment concocted by mid-level administrators in the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, known by its initials BATF, and concurred in by the highest level officials in the Department of Justice. The experiment consisted of engaging persons to buy military-grade weapons from legitimate gun dealers and having those persons resell the weapons to violent drug gangs at the U.S.-Mexican border. The stated purpose of the experiment was to trace the guns and arrest those who received them. It is, of course, the job of the BATF to keep guns away from violent gangs. But the BATF, despite warnings from some of its own courageous agents, broke the law and did the opposite of what it is charged to do. It keeps track of hundreds of those guns, and today knows that they're out there, but doesn't know who has them. It did find bullets that were shot from 2 of them at the murder scene of Brian Terry, a young federal Border Patrol agent. Since this preposterous experiment, which the Justice Department now says began in the Bush administration, resulted in the death of Agent Terry, the arming of some of the most dangerous people on the planet, and nearly universal condemnation, the BATF and the Justice Department have tried to distance themselves from it. Their efforts have not been successful. One of those efforts appears to have been a serious timeline denial by Attorney General Eric Holder himself. He has testified to Congress, apparently not under oath, that he learned of this experiment a year later than the date that emails reveal he was briefed on it. His curious answer to Congress could form the basis of a prosecution for the same crime for which his Justice Department is currently prosecuting Roger Clemens, providing materially misleading information to Congress. Just as an aside, you should know that even though members of Congress may lawfully lie to you, and they do so, it is a federal crime for you to lie to them. And as the Clemens case demonstrates, this Justice Department sometimes enforces this one-sided law. Question: will the Justice Department enforce that law against its own boss, Attorney General Holder? Probably not. The more likely event would be his resignation, sufficiently in advance of the 2012 election. The efforts to get to the bottom of this have been led by Senator Chuck Grassley in the Senate and Congressman Darrell Issa in the House. They've recently asked for a special counsel to investigate whether the Attorney General actually knowingly misled the Congress. The statute governing the appointment of a special counsel provides that the Attorney General may himself appoint a special counsel when it appears that the Justice Department itself is conflicted. In this case, of course, Mr. Holder obviously would need to recuse himself, as he couldn't ethically appoint someone to investigate himself. Then the power to appoint a special counsel would pass to his deputy, James Cole, Mr. Holder's longtime friend and Washington colleague, the number 2 person at the Justice Department. If Mr. Cole recused himself because of his friendship with the Attorney General, it would pass to Thomas Pirelli, the Associate Attorney General, who was President Obama's mate and friend of 25 years. You can't make this stuff up. Did the government break the law? Yes. BATF officials did break the law by intentionally causing the movement of military-grade weapons into the hands of known violent criminals. But it is unlikely that they'll be prosecuted because their superiors apparently concurred in this. Senior law enforcement will no doubt analogize this program to a sting rather than to government law-breaking. But a sting results in someone who at least has a predisposition to commit a crime being prosecuted. No such person has been prosecuted here. Stated differently, the government that works for us dreamed up this fatal experiment and has nothing good to show for it. Only death, political fallout, and its own unpunished criminal behavior. What can we do? We can elect a game changer in November 2012. Someone who recognizes that the federal government should not be creating crime and helping criminals to commit crimes so that they can be arrested and the feds will look good. Someone who will keep the federal government within the confines of the Constitution. From New York, defending freedom every night of the week. So long, America.